Are you concerned? Obviously, you probably are. You're averaging 1.3 goals per game. How do you fix that?
You got to practice every single day, and again, it's not just practicing with no resistance. It's practicing game like with resistance. Simulations of 5-on-5 on power play against the 5-on-4 game like situations, and having the finish part of it. You know, we went through drills this week of just not going through the drill, but finishing a drill and staying on it until you finish the drill. So there's details of the drill, and then there's tenacity or mentality of the drill, and we worked on both of them early on, and we'll continue to work on it through this week.
What about the power play? That's another area.
Yeah, you know what? I think for the first time we saw frustration come into our game on Saturday night through the entries, lack of entries coming into the zone. And that's always been kind of I think a strength of ours, coming through the neutral zone and getting into the offensive zone. And now once you get in the offensive zone, that's another thing. But it's really a situation where, number one, let's start with the puck, meaning that let's win a face-off, having the commitment and the tenacity to win the draw so that we start in the end. But if we are coming up the ice, making sure that, you know, when you're pressing, I think everybody kind of tries to do too much, or they try to do something different out of the ordinary, and I think that's what happened. Guys were trying to press a little bit and try to do more than expected instead of their job, and when you don't do your job, that's what happens. And again, we got to get everybody into a line as far as doing your job and staying on page and being a group of 5 out there that outworks the other 4 and is on the same page.
Coach, where is that middle ground between using last weekend as motivation and I guess the middle ground between that and putting it behind you? How do you kind of, as a coach? Yeah,
that's a fine line. That's a balance, because obviously you have to go back on what you didn't perform well over that week. And by the way, like I thought our intensity, our tenacity, I thought our work ethic was good. It was very good. But it's the details part of the game that has to be better. You know, that's the encouraging thing, that we can be better in the details part. Like once you lose that tenacity or that passion, then you got a problem. We don't have that problem. The problem is trying to fix the details of the game to give us a chance offensively. And I firmly believe it's that commitment of finishing plays and staying around those hard areas in between the dots.
Obviously, Coach, it doesn't get any easier with Minnesota State coming in. What are you kind of expecting from them?
You know what? It's a very similar team as the Bemidji. They have depth within all their 4 lines and their D-core. They play a fast game. They pressure the puck. They do a lot of the little things that Bemidji did in a game, and we have to make sure that, again, when we have those opportunities, we have to know that. Coming through the neutral zone, as far as making sure that we're clean, connecting passes. I thought the series last weekend, there wasn't a whole lot of, well, Saturday I thought we didn't play as much time in the offensive zone because of the neutral zone play, but we got to make sure that we're clean through that area to play in the offensive zone, and because Saturday was a game that was played between the blue lines.
You've seen 2 regular season games, 1 exhibition game. What have you liked or disliked from your newcomers so far?
Well, you know, starting in goal, you know, that was an area there that, you know, it's a little early, the body of work from both of those guys, but it's very positive in regards to both those guys as far as their starts. They were very solid, both of them, and again, that's an area that there was a lot of question marks, so we got to continue to get better and making sure that, you know, we keep moving forward in that area. I thought guys like Jasper Weatherby and Mark Senden, Gavin Hain, JBD, Jonathan Taconic on the limited minutes he got, they did a good job of what they were given, and again, their roles will get increased as the year goes on. And then again, I think what we need too is, you know, the guys are the returning guys here. You know, I think we can get better. I think, you know, those are guys that are going to be leading the way here, and they know it, that we have to be better as a group as far as our veterans and our guys that have to lead the way here.
Your D-men haven't played a whole lot in their own end yet this season. How do they prepare for a weekend like this where they're probably going to face more pressure than they have?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, it's one of those things where we're going to have to, you know, keep working on our end of the game, meaning that, you know, just because we haven't scored a whole lot of goals, we're focusing on that every single day, but our play away from the puck, our D-zone breakouts, our D-zone coverage, that's where you really have to be sharp to start with to allow you to play in the other end of the rink. So we've been working on that and working on a situation where our pairings have been more comfortable of working together as a tandem back there. You know, we've got 7 guys that were in the lineup the other night. I thought they all played for pretty good minutes, and you know, we're going to spread those minutes out amongst those guys.
With Mankato, Minnesota, and Wisconsin all having pretty good first couple weekends, do you look at the upcoming weekends as really an opportunity in the pairwise to solidify.
For sure, yeah, absolutely, and that's one of the things too is non-conference games are just as important as conference games, and again against high competition, ranked competition here, they're very important, and also the last thing is playing home at the Ralph, playing in our building here where it's a place that have a mentality of never losing. We always want to be on top and doing whatever it takes to win a game here. So there's a lot of things going into this game, and obviously Mankato is a high-end opponent that we're ready for.
Kind of touch on what Brad said. That's kind of it's already must win. Especially racing with the pairwest, that's kind of must win with the next 3 weekends.
Yeah, when you look at every game, every game counts. Every game is a must win, but you can't get focused on Wisconsin or Minnesota or whatever. The must win is looking after this current weekend and making sure that Friday night is the very top thing on your list of getting things to get to. You can't worry about Saturday, can't worry about Wisconsin, can't worry about Minnesota. Friday night Mankato, that's what we're prepared for.
What did you see in JBD Pullman pairing that you liked?
Some chemistry there with a young guy and older veteran as far as having some puck awareness, having guys that can move the pucks efficiently, defend very well, heavy bodies, good sticks. That's a rich game for a young guy to come in and play against top lines. I thought he did a very good job in JBD, and I thought Colton did a good job to bring him along. It's a situation where those two guys are going to grow together, and again, it's a good start for those two.